Okay, that's 15. All right, last one here is 17. For this section anyway. All right, I want to do this because we have 3 separate rainbows and 3 separate smiley faces, okay? So, we're going to take p squared and times it by everything here. All right, so that's going to be a rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. And then we need to take p times everything in this group. So that's a smiley, smiley, smiley. But also, -6 needs to be times everything too, okay? So it's kind of like we either have 2 rainbows or 2 smileys. So -6, I'll draw another set of rainbows, okay? And that will ensure that we have every single thing covered. So there's 3 terms times 3 terms. There should be 9 arrows. Okay, so we have 3 rainbows, 3 smileys, and then another set of 3 rainbows. That makes 9. All right, so let's do one at a time. Just stay focused on what you're doing, okay? And that'll help you make sure that you've really multiplied everything. So I'm going to do the first rainbows. P squared times p squared is p to the 4th. All right, then we have p squared times -2p. That's -2. And then we have p to the 2 plus 1, p to the 3rd. All right, then last one, we have p squared times 1. That's plus p squared. Okay? Okay, and I'm going to run out of room if I do smileys, so I just erase those, and I'm going to do rainbows again in different colors. It doesn't matter what direction you do any of them, as long as you're doing them. Okay, and I'm also going to write it below, or I'm going to have no room. I think the back of this page is blank if you need more room too. Okay, so this would be p to the, I'll just put p to the 1st since we're got a lot of p's to combine. All right, so my first rainbow would be p to the 1st times p to the 2nd. That's just p to the 3rd. And it's positive, so I'm going to do plus p to the 3rd. Okay, you can even put a 1 there if you want. All right, then my second rainbow is p times -2p. That's -2p to the 1 plus 1, p squared. All right, then my last one there, p times 1 is just p. So I'll put plus, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the 1p because I think I'll have to combine it later. So I'll put the coefficient in front for now. All right, and now my last set here, I'm going to take -6 times all of this. Then I'm also going to line it up before it. So if you're like a little more advanced, maybe you can tell what I'm doing. I'm lining up my like terms already. You don't have to do this, but it's just another way to keep organized. Okay, so -6p squared times p squared is -6p squared. I'm going to put it with the p squareds already. Then we can add top down. Okay, and then -6 times -2p is a positive 12p. And then -6 times 1 is -6. Okay, so if you can tell there, I've already kind of grouped the like terms. And we can just add them up. All right, so p to the 4th, there's no other p to the 4th, so I'm just going to write it. Okay, then when we're doing p to the 3rd, they're still going to stay p to the 3rds. You are just looking at the coefficients. -2 plus 1 is -1, so minus p to the 3rd. If that bothers you, you can add the 1 there, that's fine. Okay, but it's really just p to the 3rd. All right, so now let me switch the color. We're going to go to p squared. So we have plus 1p squared, minus 2p squared, minus 6p squared. It could be plus a million other p squareds. It's still going to stay a p squared. It's not p to the 4th, not p to the 6th. Okay, so 1 minus 2 minus 6 is going to be negative 7. So I'm going to say minus 7 p squareds. Okay, then p's, I have 1 plus 12, that's plus 13p. And then look, there's no other numbers, so just minus 6. Okay, all of your like terms are combined here. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to simplify here. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip the first few because they're kind of easier. And let's do the last 4 together. So it says to simplify, and then we're going to classify by number of terms. Don't worry about degree. Okay? This is kind of what we were doing the day before, just a little bit harder. So let's do the last 4. Okay, so for 26, and you can pause it and see what you would get if you want. And check, fast forward a little bit and make sure you got it right if you want. Okay, but this is a double distribute. So we got to distribute the 8 and distribute the negative 6 to its groups. All right, so first thing here, 8 times negative 3m is negative 24m. Then 8 times 3 is 24, so I'm going to put plus 24. Okay, then we have negative 6 times 5n, that's minus 30m. And then negative 6 times 4 is negative 24, so minus 24. Okay. Then combine your like terms. Sorry about that. Okay, also keep standard form in mind. So we're going to combine the m's first. Negative 24 minus 30 is negative 54m. All right, then 24 minus 24 is 0, so they're gone. Negative 54m is your answer there. Okay, and then classify it by number of terms. There's only one term here. I'm not adding anything else, so that's a monomial. Monomial. All right, 27, moving on. So we have to distribute twice here also. But the first one has 3 rainbows and the second one only has 2. And then we'll combine like terms, okay? So m times n to the third. You are just adding the coefficients there. So that's m to the 1 plus 3, m to the 4th. All right, next one. So m times negative 5m squared. That's negative 5m to the 1 plus 2, 3. All right, m times 7m is plus 7, m to the 1 plus 1, m squared. Okay, and then next distribute, that's m to the 1, and that's negative m to the 1. So that minus, think of it as negative. So negative m to the first power times m squared is negative m to the third power. Negative m times negative 1 is positive m, or positive 1m. Okay, so now let's simplify, keeping standard form in mind. So combine your like terms. It's only m to the 4th with the 4th power. All right, so next like term is m to the 3rd in standard form. So it would be negative 5m to the 3rd minus 1m to the 3rd. That'd be negative 6m to the 3rd. Okay. Now we have m squared, and actually that's the only m squared, so we'll put plus 7m squared. And same idea, that's the only m, so plus m, 7m squared, and then plus m. Okay, so this is simplified in standard form, and there are how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is a polynomial. Polynomial. Okay, just 2 more, but these are important that we know how to multiply binomials. Very important. Okay, and if you don't like rainbow or smiley face, whatever method you're doing, which I'm sure you don't call it rainbow and smiley face, but I do. Whatever method you're doing, you could even do foil. That's exactly what I'm doing. So the first rainbow, I'm timesing the first two. And then the second rainbow, I'm doing the outside. So I'm literally doing foil. Then the insides, then the last. Okay. Whatever method you choose, as long as you're getting it right, that's cool with me. Don't care how you do it. All right, so first rainbow. Let's multiply the numbers, add the coefficients. Multiply the coefficients, add the exponents. So 3 times 2 is 6. And x to the 1 plus 1, that's x squared. All right. Let me do that a little darker in case you can't see. Okay, then that was that one. Next rainbow, 3x times 1 is just positive 3x. All right, smiley face. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16x. And then negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Okay, so again, I kind of like cleverly lined up my like terms so I know what to combine. And the other ones don't combine. So 6x squared, x is combined, so we'll get negative 13x. And then minus 8. All right, that is number 28. Okay, so last one, 29. Okay, again, I'm going to do foil or rainbow smiley face. I'll just show you foil, but it's the same thing. So F would be the first two. That's my rainbow. All right, so that would be 8p to the third. Okay, then O will be the outside. That's my second rainbow. So 8p squared times negative 2 would be negative 16p squared. Okay, then I is the inside two, so that would be my first smiley face. So see how I'm still doing foil? If that's what you're really comfortable with, I'm still doing it. Just calling it something else. Okay, and then negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8 for the last ones. Okay, and for foil, you want to write them out horizontally. If that helps, 8p to the third minus 16p squared minus 4p, then plus 8. Okay, and actually none of those combine. They're all different terms. Okay, and that may happen. Doesn't mean you're wrong. That's it. Okay, so star any question that you have and come to class with questions. If I didn't do them, you don't have to finish them for homework. It's just what I did. Okay?